Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and I welcome you back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we are going to be diving deep into one of the most important corrective patterns in Elliott Wave Theory, and that is the flat correction. Okay, so if you have ever been caught in a sideways market and you were not sure what was happening, chances are you were looking at a flat correction. Okay, understanding this pattern is key to improving your market timing and avoiding unnecessary losses. So stick around, because by the end of this video you will know exactly how to identify, trade and avoid traps when dealing with flat corrections. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on powerful trading insights. Now let's just get into it. So what exactly is a flat correction? In Elliott Wave Theory, a flat correction is a three-wave corrective structure labeled A, B, C. Alright, it's a three-wave corrective structure labeled ABC that occurs during a pullback in the market. So usually the flat correction is only found, or is mostly found, during pullbacks. When you have pullback in a market, that's where you're going to find the flat correction. Okay, it follows a 3-3-5 structure. Now with A, this is a pattern that you might not always find in the market just at any given point in time. So if we begin to search for an identical wave, an identical flat correction pattern, it might take a while. So I just have to be making reference to an already established diagram. Okay, now I said that the pullback, the structure is labeled ABC and it occurs during a pullback in the market, right? And it follows a 3-3-5 structure. That is wave A. What that 3-3-5 means is that wave A has three waves. 1, 2, 3. 3-3-5. Wave A has three waves. Wave B has three waves, and wave C has 5 waves. That is what that 3-3-5 means. Okay, so wave A consists of 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. Wave B also has 3 waves, often retracing close to or beyond wave A, 1, 2, 3. Then wave C moves in 5 waves, making the final push in the correction before the trend resumes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, before the trend resumes. Okay, now flat corrections generally occur in wave 4 or wave B. Okay, acting as a temporary consolidation. Remember that based on the Elliott wave pattern, we have 5 waves, right? We have 5 waves. 2, 3. Now this is not exactly Elliott wave pattern because it's not following the proper structure. Okay, let's just see if we can find a good example. See if we can find a good example. Okay, this might not be the perfect example, but remember that Elliott's wave has 5 waves, right? It goes in 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the impulse wave, right? And then the corrective waves usually come in 1. That is when the trend has come to an end. You usually find wave A, wave B, and wave C. Okay, now remember that the first wave, the wave 1, is an impulse wave. Wave 2 is a corrective. Wave 3 is an impulse. Wave 4 is a corrective, and wave 5 is an impulse. Okay, so usually when you're looking for the flat corrective pattern, you might find it in 1, 2, 3, 4. You might find it in wave 4, or you might find it in wave B. That is when the trend is concluded and you're having a sort of a pullback or a change in the trend. A, B, C. You might find it in wave B, or you might find it in wave 4. Okay, now not all flat corrections are the same. Okay, there are three main types that you need to know, right? There are three main types you need to know. We have the regular flat correction. We actually have the regular flat correction. In a regular flat correction, wave B retraces close to 100%. As you can see what happened here. Wave B retraces close to 100% of wave A, and wave C ends around the same level as wave A. You can see what happened here for a buy and for a sell, right? Now, this type of flat suggests a balanced market without extreme volatility. Then we also have the expanded flat. We have the expanded flat. Here's where things get tricky, right? In an expanded flat, wave B extends beyond wave A. You can see what happened here, making a new high or low, while wave C drops aggressively beyond wave A. Now, this setup often traps traders who think the trend has resumed early, not only to get stopped out when wave C kicks in. Then finally, we have the running flat or the broken flat correction. Now, this is the rarest type, right? Where wave B extends beyond wave A, but wave C fails to break below wave A. Now, this typically happens in a strong trend and signals that the market is gearing up for an explosive move in the original direction. Now that we understand what flat corrections are, let's just quickly talk about how to trade them effectively. The key is patience and proper confirmation, okay? So here's how to do it. The first step is to identify the 335 structure. Wait for the pattern to complete before jumping in, okay? Use Fibonacci retracements to confirm wave B's extension. If it surpasses 100% of wave A, you may be looking at an expanded or a running flat correction, okay? Then secondly, wait for wave C to develop. It's important. Wave C is the final leg of the correction, and it often moves in 5 waves. So this is where you can anticipate a strong reversal once the pattern is complete. Then finally, enter at the end of wave C. Once wave C has completed, once wave C reaches a key support or a key resistance, look for reversal confirmation through price action signals like pin bars, engulfing candles, or divergence on RSI or MACD. Okay? Then finally, set your stop loss. It's important. Now, this one is about risk management, right? And, exit strategy. Always make sure you make use of stop losses, okay? You can set your stop loss below the last low of wave C, that's for buys, or above the last high of wave C, that's for sells. Then take your profit. You can aim for 127% or 161.8% of your Fibonacci extension, depending on the strength of the trend, okay? This approach helps you enter trades with confidence and minimal risk. Now, even experienced traders fall into traps when trading flat corrections. So here are some mistakes to watch out for. The first is mistaking an expanded flat for a breakout. Many traders think wave B's extension is the start of a new trend and enter prematurely, only to get stopped out when wave C crashes. Okay, so always pay attention, right, and get your confirmations clear before you enter a trade. Another mistake is ignoring volume and momentum indicators. Now, low volume in wave C often signals that a reversal is near. So always check volume and RSI or MACD before entering your trade, okay? And finally, it is bad for you not to wait for confirmation. Patience is key. Jumping in too early can lead to unnecessary losses. And that is a wrap for this video. Now you know exactly how to identify, trade, and avoid mistakes when dealing with Elliott Wave flat corrections. This pattern can be tricky, but with the right approach, it can become a valuable tool in your trading arsenal. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more in-depth Forex trading insights. Also, let me know in the comments, have you traded flat corrections before? What were your experience, or what is your experience like? Let us discuss, okay? I love to hear from you. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Happy trading.